5 with it, man. Day 2. I know y'all peeped the name, man. Let's see who went, man. Yo. Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? What's good? What's this? Muncha DMG. What's good? What's good? Nah, man. I'm in Houston, man. I'm in H-Town. I'm in Houston with it, man. I emailed you a week ago. Hey, man, you probably got caught up in some spam or something. Try to email me again and let me know that you were in a live stream or something like that. I ain't really been checking it too much. Bad job. Yo, I ain't nobody hating on no box trucks, man. Takes one to know one. Y'all the ones making the money right now. You already answered that one. What's good, AJ? Back again. Okay, you got a notification. That's what's up. That's what's up. I ain't about to deadhead. I'm thinking about it. I was going to deadhead to Dallas today. It was only 240-mile drive, but it ain't no freight in Dallas either right now for non-CDL hotshot at least. Like I said, man, you gotta learn. You live and learn. Man, I took a load from Georgia. It was paying like $220 to get here, so I took it. I felt victim. Usually, I never go to Texas. I never go to Florida. I try not to go. If I'm gonna go to a dead zone like Nebraska, so I'm gonna try to make sure I can at least travel south to get it. But like I said, man, inclement weather coming up. I didn't want to get caught into it. Deadhead in 4 hours. Nah. Hey, man, sometimes you got to, though. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you just got to. Hey, man, but what y'all got going on over there at Amazon? I was just talking to Jabril. I was going to get him on the live stream tonight and talk to y'all about his dry ice dedicated route. But he ended up getting an Amazon load paying it was crazy. It was something like 50 miles for $600 or something. So he had to go like an hour ago. So I just, he probably finna be done with it soon though. Yeah, are you answering the question? Take home on a box truck. It all depends on where you're willing to run, how much you're running. There is no set number. It all depends on how much you're grinding. But on a gross to net ratio, just everyone's gonna average around 40 to 50% take home if they're doing it correctly. Some people say they take home 60 to 70. Don't buy into it too much. But yeah, I'm trying to see if let me see how this works right here. Y'all let me know if y'all can see my screen real quick. Let's see. Oh wait, y'all should see it. Boom. Give me 1 second, y'all. Check it. Okay. Let's see if y'all can see this. Okay, y'all can't see it. So yeah, man, I was gonna say, how y'all feel about the news, man? I think this is only affecting people right now crossing the borders. I don't talk too much about the vaccination because I don't like getting into politics, because I feel like whether you want to take the vaccine or not strongly is political. And I really don't, I don't want to say I don't F with politics. I just stay out of it. It's going to be a long ride. I've been doing a lot of research. Like, you know, is it going to be difficult to get a CDL license next year? I'm going to make a video on that. And like I said, this will be going into effect. This is just for people crossing the borders, though. But if they're taking the action to do that, and you got Joe in office for another, 2.5 years, something else might, it may happen. It all depends on what happens during COVID. But, and then some nose search, man. Flatbed, we getting destroyed right now. I was just looking at it, and I'm just like, man, we getting to the point where the national, dry van average is just as high as the flatbed average. And that's why I knew it was getting rough. It's getting rough, y'all. It's getting rough. So, y'all, like I said, I'm probably with a rate settle. I got Northeast, and I'm not going out here, man. There's so many loads going out here, bro. It's so many loads. Like, I could have took a load to Washington, could have took a load to Utah, could have took a load to Colorado, and these loads are getting booked quick. And they're going for $2 a mile, y'all. But I'm not riding through the mountains. And like I said, it's just not the time of the year to be going to the West Coast like that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Should I have taken $2 a mile to go up here? Should I? When I know I'm not gonna find nothing back. Now, keep in mind, I ain't got no business doing down here either. I'm supposed to be somewhere around here, man. Honestly, like my first load choices, I got a video dropping in the morning. My first load choices were gonna be in South Carolina and North Carolina, but people are they're underbidding themselves for these loads, like taking. Like, all I do is I bid $2 a mile with my deadhead. It was one load going 280 miles. Somebody took it for $400 when I asked for 7. Only reason why I asked for 7 is because I had 70-mile deadhead, which brought me to about 350 total miles. You get 700. He was like, my coworker got it booked for 400, and then hang up the phone. Like, it's getting bad. Even in the Southeast, usually coming out of Georgia, I can get $2 a mile coming out of Georgia. And I did coming to Texas, but that's like last resort. It's always freight going to Texas and freight going to Florida. But usually I try to stay away from it. It's snowing out there now. I can believe it. I know it's snowing in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin. Where else? I think some of the Northeast is getting some snow. I think Ohio is getting some snow. So it limited me in what I can really take. And I'm going to be out on the road for the next 3 weeks. So, like I said, y'all let me know what's y'all game plan. Y'all just going to get snow tires, like all-terrain tires, and risk it all? Or are y'all going to play it safe and, play the South? Broker begged me to go to Seattle. I'm like, nah, yeah, don't go to Seattle, bro. It's nothing in Seattle. Like I said, man, the van rates are just as high. But if y'all got any questions, man, y'all can drop them down. I just kind of wanted to show y'all that. Yeah, there ain't no loads posted right now. I wish we could look at some loads. But nothing posted for now. My bad, y'all. Get back here. Yeah. So let me try to catch back up. How long until I book my first load? It all depends on the brokerage. So there are gonna be certain brokerages that work with new authorities, like Landstar, TQL, Nolan. No, Nolan requires 60 days unless you have OTR as a factoring company. You got Trinity Logistics. You got all the scammer brokerages, like Hurricane and Public Brokerage, LR. Like, it's gonna be people with bad credit scores, and usually those are people who are either new into business or known for paying very late. And you'll get a lot of freight like that, but like I said, you kind of want to stay away from it. And if you gotta wait a couple of days just to get moving, like I said, I might have to get Daniel on here, because if he can show you guys on what he calls cooking the authority and basically letting your authority mature over time before you go on the road, it can really save you some trouble. Yeah, that's plain and simple. That's probably the only way, and probably leasing on to another company while you do it. Hey, I already know, man. That's probably why ain't nobody coming into the lives, bro. Everybody booking Amazon loads while I'm sitting in Houston. Sad sight. I'm gonna get out of here tomorrow though, even if I gotta head to Dallas or Fort Worth area. I'm gonna get out of here. Might not be getting out of here with $2 a month, but I'm getting out of here. Trust me. Yes, sir. How much do you think fuel costs a week for box trucks running 2,500, 3,000? You'll probably spend anywhere with the fuel prices now. Like, fuel prices back then, I want to say back then, like 2-3 months ago, you'd have spent probably like $850 to $1,000. Now I think you're gonna spend like probably about $1,200 a week. It's up there, because like it all, and if you're running over the road, you're gonna see fuel prices are gonna vary. So man, you gotta watch my videos, man. Are you still in the trucking industry? Yeah, I'm over the road right now. I'm over the road right now. What do you mean? Are you still in the trucking industry? I guess so. I think I am. I'm running a non-CDL setup, 36-foot hot shot setup. Did you mean box trucking industry? Because I'm not running box trucks anymore, but yeah, it's pretty bad now. But a box truck probably gets like 7 to 9 miles per gallon. Hot shots, we get about, on an average load, probably around, like this load I got now, I'm getting 13 miles a gallon. But an average load, probably anywhere from 12 to 15 miles a gallon. Cali was $5 diesel. I was happy to get back to the Midwest. I feel you, bro. Even in the Midwest, though, it's up to like $4 a gallon, bro. It's $4 a gallon. Down here, even the hotels are real cheap around here. I think this hotel is like $80. So thank God for that. Yeah, I'm trying to find time now, but it seems like right now the holidays are really getting in the way of everything. So I think January is going to, I think a lot of people are already flooding into CDL school, and that's what I've been reading the article about. But I think January is going to be my turn to really pull the trigger, at least getting the CDL permit, because if you get the CDL permit, and I think the permit is, you're exempt from having to take the test, like the driven test, for 6 months. As long as you take it, like as long as you get your Class A or Class B within them 6 months, you don't have to do the new requirements of, the February 20, I think just February 2022 new mandated laws. So I think what everybody's gonna do is just go get their permit. I don't think everybody's gonna rush and get their Class A's, because I don't think everybody got the time to take off an entire month with all the expenses we have. Because with business and personal expenses, I'm probably looking somewhere around like $5, almost $6,000. So unless you just got, I'm talking about 20K saved up to let that come out and it not be a problem to take off a month, you know, you'll be fine, or maybe finding a driver or something like that. Appreciate it. You always comment too, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm trying to make the videos better, man. I promise y'all. But like some days you just don't have a good day and it's hard to be motivated to pick up a camera and talk to yourself. Honestly, that's what it feels like sometimes. Do not get a 16-foot box truck. Somebody got a 16-foot box truck? My bad. Loads for a 16. Even if there are loads for a 16-foot box truck, a lot of times shippers are gonna order a 26-foot box truck because they don't want to. If a load was 15 feet, they don't want to deal with if you can fit it or not, or if it's so. If you're 16 feet, you probably can fit about 6 pallets, maybe 8. But most partial volume truckloads for box trucks are gonna be 12 pallets, 12 to 14, I think 12 pallets. So you'll really be limiting yourself getting a 16-foot box truck. I know it's probably on the market and it's real cheap compared to what we got now, man. Well, these prices now are ridiculous. Oh, let me go share screen. My bad, y'all. Trying to figure out how to work this thing for real. Yeah, I was looking at this too. Like y'all gotta remember these same trucks back in January were going for 20 on the high end, $40,000, y'all. On the high end, these same trucks with the same mileage, same make and model, were going for $20,000 to $40,000. Now it's $117,000 for a 2020. Like, y'all, it's ridiculous, man. And this truck will last you maybe all of 3 to 5 years if you put 100,000 miles on it every single year. And that's just the honest truth about it. And it's the same thing going with dualies. Maybe around, I say on average, maybe 500,000 miles for box trucks and dualies. So you got to kind of be careful. They're selling trucks, and don't get me wrong, they can last longer, but they're selling trucks with almost 500,000 miles. And you're going to have problems with these trucks, believe it or not. Like, it may come without the engine light on, and some people may make it work. But, you know, your regular, what do they call it? Preventative maintenance, like, you know, tire changes, oil changes, that's not going to keep these trucks running to 1,000,000 miles. These trucks weren't really made to haul that long. And they selling them, like I said, they selling these trucks for top dollars, man. So, y'all just got to be careful when y'all getting into the market, because who knows when the hype for buying box trucks or box truck freight being a thing, maybe they raise the CDL requirements higher than they are now, and you're stuck with a 26-foot box truck needing a CDL to operate it. And at that point, it just might not even be worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of brokers are going to try to stay away from it, because the more trouble people get running a CDL box truck for not having a CDL, the more they got to worry about if you guys getting pulled over from DOT, or if your authority is not authorized, and they might just start hiring more dry vans, if that makes sense. And it's the same thing for hot shots. They'll just order more flatbeds. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on it. Nothing's set in stone with what's going on. Yeah, I do. Probably like 2 years. I'm gonna run CDL hot shot for now up until probably like 2023. I think 2023 it'll be probably by time. Man, that's what's up, man. Just like I said, be careful and make sure, because I know it's a lot of trucks going out on Facebook Marketplace too. A lot of people are just seeing that trucking isn't for them. And that's what I'm bringing in my newer content, that it's okay if you're not a truck driver. Like, it's a lot of different ways you can make money, whether it's starting a brokerage or starting a dispatch company, or hell, even helping people start companies. So, like I said, be careful, because there's so many things that go into being over the road. Like, I also had a load shift yesterday, so I'm gonna be putting that in the video, dropping tomorrow too. It's dangerous, y'all. So, like I said, just be careful. Be careful before just jumping out. Do more research over the road to make sure it's what you want to do. I completely agree now, due to the fact that we did finance that box truck. But I say you guys should do a lot more research and really get your mindset prepared. Like, if you would have to take a load like I did yesterday, that in total was 744 miles with deadhead, and it was paying good. It was paying $1,600. Are you willing to drive 650 miles in a day to get close to the destination? Then that next morning, after your 10-hour reset, drive the rest of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and after that, usually you drop and you pick another load, and then you might drive another 400 miles. Like, are you really willing to put that work in to be successful day in and day out, week in and week out? And a lot of people get out here and they realize it's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. It's not that the money isn't there. It's that they're not there. They don't really have fun doing it. Like, I get to come over the road with my fiance. It just works for me and what I do. But it don't work like that for everybody. So you just kind of got to be careful. Yeah, see there, I heard February you got to go to truck school. Yeah, you got to. How much you see in profit a month? It all depends on how much I run. Like I said, I'll take about 15% of, not 15%, good God, 50% of the gross. Yeah, this is my 6-week class and money. It's crazy when it ain't coming in. Yeah, that's true. Damn, 6th week. It took that long? What's up, Total Hot Shot Solutions? What's good with you? 6,000 away from 15K to get started. Any way to make that cash come faster to get started? I wouldn't know. I mean, what do you mean? As far as like side hustles or something like that, I'm not too sure. Man, I guess just being patient and being driven. Maybe you could, I know, like me and I didn't do it. My fiance, she even did like a lot of DoorDash in between when she was working at Geico, just to save as much as possible. So all of our Dogecoin, because we made some good money off of that. We sold a lot of stuff to get into the business, but like I said, it's worth it. My bad, y'all. I'm behind on questions. 16-foot for Amazon Flex, FedEx, or Courier. You probably could. I don't know if the work is as consistent, or like if your gross numbers will be the same as someone with a 26-foot box truck or a hot shot. But it may be something that, like I said, to get your feet wet in the industry with something with lower overhead and lower risk, it may be something that's possible for you. But me personally, I haven't done it, so I don't want to give you guys advice on doing it, if that makes sense, if I don't know anything about it. Nobody stick with my rental account. But you got to think, man, inflation is kind of like one of the biggest things driving people out of the market, even though a lot of people are trying to get into it. But at the same time, you got to think to yourself, what's going to be the thing to keep people from coming in, or I don't want to say put people out of business, but to make it worth buying a truck again? Like, is it when the rates go higher? Because you seeing high rates in peak season, it's not that you can't make the money if you go and finance that box truck. It's just, we know it's not too much consistency behind getting the truck. So what I'm trying to say is, like, when will the price be just right for you to get it? Because I don't think hoping and wishing, it's kind of like the stock market. It's like fear of missing out. When is Tesla gonna be too high of a stock to invest in? It probably never won't. You know, trucking is an industry that it's gonna fluctuate. It's gonna have great years and it's gonna have bad years. We're just all so new to it, so it's hard to tell where we are right now, and it's hard to see a fall off because everything is high right now. prices of houses, the prices of car parts, the prices of trucks, everything is high. Yes, sir. Them things is high. They are high. People are overpaying and it's gonna bite them in the ass. Oh yeah, it could, but like I said, man, those same prices that they going for, like not even last year, just 10, 11, well, basically last year, those prices were cut in half. So I don't see the prices going any higher, but I don't see them coming down anytime soon is what I'm trying to say too. So I don't want to say the only option is to rent if you want to get into box trucking, because at the same time, their rental rates are even crazier. So on a $35,000 truck payment in 3-year financing plan was what? Like $1,800 a month. So if you double that, yeah, that's $3,600 a month. But some of these rental rates are like $1,200 a week and 20 cents a mile. So you're paying $4,800 a week just to have a truck. And if you put in 1,000 miles, not 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles, that's another $2,000 in the maintenance for the mileage. So like I said, it's a lot of money. And I really don't think for some of these rental rates that I'm seeing people take is really worth it for long term either. You know what I mean? So you kind of just gotta know business at the end of the day to really make it or figure out what's best for you. Yes, sir. Hit that like button, man. I ain't really said that the whole time. I just been rambling on trying to answer questions. But y'all hit the like button so more people can tune in. Do you need commercial insurance for a cargo van? That's a real good question. I know for some cargo vans, you don't need a motor carrier authority. Like you don't need an MC number. So would you need commercial insurance? I'm pretty sure they would want some type of cover. That's a really good question. I never thought about it because matter of fact, if somebody in here know the answer to that, y'all drop it down. But I would think you need some type of insurance. It just may not have to be as high as ours. Like 100,000 cargo. You don't need that. You're not gonna be hauling anything that expensive, I hope. No, I don't have much information on sprinters, y'all. I'm sorry. I stay moving. My overhead is low. DAT and Amazon direct trips. What's your overhead look like? What's your rental rate? Because a lot of people got locked in maybe at the beginning of the year, anywhere from I've heard as low as $350 a week, and the high end, honestly, around the time I got in, probably like $750. $750 was a lot in February. It was like, oh my God, you're doing it for $750 a week, and now people are doing it for $1,250 a week. So, and don't get me wrong, they're brand new trucks, but we're getting that high. I don't want to curse, but getting that high rental rate, and then you're gonna have to have high insurance coming right behind it. I just don't know if it's as worth it for the industry either, unless you just live in the perfect place, you got work lined up, and you sure as hell probably can't afford to get a driver. I mean, if this channel is basically motivating people to go out there and get the carrier experience as far as going and driving is one thing, but expanding, like I don't see a lot of people expanding in box trucks because it's hard to get real dedicated work. You don't want to just work the spot market and have your work come from there. And that's something I'm trying to learn too. But you got to kind of take that leap of faith when you want to expand and get a driver. You got to take that leap of faith. It's hard though. You don't need a box truck for Amazon Flex. Just use a regular car. I got a homeboy who's doing Amazon Flex. I think he's doing it with Amazon though. So like he actually works for Amazon. Okay. Knowing your numbers is the most important thing. That's very true. Okay. Well, you need to have a few $1,000 in addition to the price of truck. I'm learning this lesson firsthand. Very important, though. Yes, sir. Insurance, yes. I'm guessing this is an answer to if they need insurance for Sprinter vans. So share my channel. Y'all check. Is this a Looney Tune dude? Man, I be getting spam in. I don't know if he actually a box truck guy. I don't know. Yes, you do. Yeah, something. How much does commercial insurance usually cost for box trucks? So drop down where you're from, and I can give you a more accurate rate. Because for older people with great credit and they live in like a boring place like South Carolina, they can be paying, $700 a month, $600 a month. For a young guy like me coming around Atlanta, Georgia, you could be spending, anywhere from $1,200, and with good credit, anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000. But I've seen some guys my age in Cali, like AJ, if he's still in here. I think he said he's spending $3,200 a month and like a $7,000 down payment. So it really all depends on geography. You got any points, your credit, your age, and your location. I think I said geography, so location. $500 a week, 10 cents per mile. That's not too bad. That's what I'm saying. That's like so $2,000 for the monthly just to add a truck. And if you do 2,500 miles a week, like 500 a day, another $1,000 for the maintenance. That's kind of like typical. That's not too bad or too far off from me going and financing the truck for $1,800 a month. And then if I'm saving $250 a week for my maintenance, it's still gonna come around that $3,000 mark. But people doing that for twice as much, that's when it's really cutting into profits. You know what I'm saying? You need insurance if you're not, it's common sense. Go on that cheap ride. I'm about you in there. I think you're talking about the Sprinter vans. Like I said, y'all can really educate me more on that. Your favorite Looney Tunes character? You always do this, man. My favorite Looney Tune character, really. That new CDL law should hopefully get up rates, less drivers, more loads. We can say that, but it's only going to be a temporary. I don't want to say a temporary fix. I think a lot of people going to get in. I think the vaccine mandate is what'll probably get a lot of people uninterested in trucking. And like I said, simply because of freedom and politics. Honestly, I really feel like, because I feel like when you're a truck driver, you just feel free. You feel like you can do anything, especially when you're on your own authority. You're not held down to a schedule, and when you have to go do a load, it's freedom. And I think the vaccine, a lot of people feel like it takes away their personal freedom and right to choice and what they want to put in their body. So I think the vaccine gonna be the big one in 2022 if it comes, God forbid. I'm not vaccinated, so there's nothing wrong with the people who are or the people who don't. That's kind of where I stand with it. But like I said, if they start paying $3, $4 a mile for a full truckload, I'm taking the pen myself. Matter of fact, I won't even do it. I put it right on my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it. If they start paying $3, $4 a mile, I promise y'all, I'm taking that vaccine. I'm gonna say thank you, doc. I'm gonna rise up. That's what I have to do. Come on, man, y'all tripping. If the bag keep lowering and I take the vaccine too, then I'm taking like 2 L's, but I gotta win on one of them. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but you claim they don't have trucks. That's everybody now, man. That's everybody. Detroit, Michigan. Okay, so yeah, it's probably gonna be a little high up there. You can check the description. I'm starting to see some of y'all comments now. Oh man, but if you check the description on any of my videos, you can check out Daniel information, and you can get a free quote and consultation with him about that. I don't want to give you too much, but depending on your age, it all depends. But like I said, y'all, I'm like dead serious. Like I'm not letting nothing stop me from being successful in this industry. Like if I have to get that vaccine, I will get it, bro. But I'm trying not to let that be the breaking point. You know what I mean? But if it's just like me and my fiance looking at each other just like, what do you want to do? And I'm looking on a load board, and at the time, the rates are higher. I'm taking it right in and just, I'm gonna have to, man. I'm not going out of business. Come on, man. North Carolina trash got to travel. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I get a lot of good freight out of North Carolina though, especially for hot shot. I do get a lot of freight going to either Georgia or Florida there. But like when I'm out in Midwest or just now I'm figuring out here, it ain't nothing going to the Southeast, bro. Nothing going there. I've been paying $500 per week and 18 cents per mile. Works out great for me. I could never pay the rates that guys are paying now. I completely agree. I think the rate that everybody got in probably at the beginning of, 2021, and who knows what they were getting back in 2018, 2019. That's fair, you know what I mean? But I think everybody's kind of taking advantage of everybody getting in and just trying to, fill up their pockets. And what they do, they like and we were talking about this last night, they like to put you in a new truck. Once you run them miles up in the first year or two, then they gonna sell that truck for top dollar. They selling these trucks with 500,000 miles for 40 grand, man. When last year, 40 grand buying you probably not a brand new box truck, but at least one with under 100,000 miles. So, like I said, that's why I say everybody getting in, they see the videos and they motivated. I want y'all to be motivated. I want y'all to take your time, do your research, really see if this is for you, because this business can be frustrating. I think it's fun, but like my favorite part of every load is just securing the freight. The drive is pretty smooth. For the most part, it can be boring and repetitive, but as far as pulling up to the shipper, due to the brokers, I don't want to say incompetence, due to the brokers not knowing what the hell they talking about sometimes, you don't know what the hell you're going to pick up. So it's kind of like an adventure, like, not like Dora the Explorer type adventure, but you really like, man, what the hell I'm finna strap up or chain up today? It's kind of like that. And it just keeps me driving. Once you load it though, it's just like, let's go ahead and take this drive. You know what I mean? It's still pretty cool. Like I said, I like it. It won't be for everybody though. It will not be for anybody. I mean, everybody. CDL law for anything. CDL hot shot. Now, if they get rid of non-CDL hot shot box truck, the rates would shoot up. I agree. Like I said, I think the law that's coming out is that basically we just have to be more educated on the basic law, like pre-trip, the combination test, like basically everything you're gonna do to get your CDL permit. I think they basically gonna make a little class or some boring seminar we gotta attend and answer questions on, just so when DOT pull us over, they got a reason to find us more, like, because you know what I mean? I have booked loads with carriers, and because they were going to a military base, they required that drivers be vaccinated. Ooh, they used to just want a clean background. I just went to a military base about 2 months ago. I did not know they were doing it now. I hope they don't. Maybe it depends on which state, because I think New York got it to where you have to be vaccinated now if you want to go to gyms or clubs and stuff like that. And I think Cali, it may be more, it may not be Cali. I think Cali does too. And it's usually, I don't know, man. Like I said, I think it's going to all come down to politics. And you do got Joe in the office, so you can only imagine what's going to happen next. And then they got new strains coming out every other week. That's why I don't be watching the news, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. They got new strains every other week. Yeah, I might. Let's see. 2022 Freightliner budget had 7 trucks in Foster City when I got it mid-October. So they didn't negotiate, just took what they could to get a truck, and I stuck. Man, I believe. Yeah, that high rental permit messes with the cash flow and these high ass fuel prices. Yeah, fuel is ridiculous. Fuel is ridiculous now. But it's kind of like what we just being woken up to. And like I said, I really feel like politics it plays a role in that too. It really comes down to politics at the end of the day. But like I said, I don't talk about politics on this channel. I renewed my Class A's last year. Just haven't drove a truck in a while. But I need this business up and running by February. I feel you, man. Either you do that or you go file a application at streamtrucking.com and come on and drive. I got a dually and a 40-foot for you to drive, man. Either you do that. I seriously do need to be looking for a driver though. What lane do you like to run the most, and do you plan on running in the snow chains? And I don't plan on running the snow because I feel like even if you do everything to be set up in the snow, things can still go wrong, and I don't want to take that risk. I'm too much of an unexperienced driver to do that and take that risk. Now, if you guys are used to snow, like I'm from Georgia or a part of Georgia where we get snow maybe once every 7 years. Like I've only seen snow 3 times in my life. So, or 3 times in my life while in Georgia. I seen snow more than ever when I went out over the road February this year, going to Ohio, Connecticut, Vermont, Maine. Like it's everywhere in the Northeast, it was snow and snowing. Same with Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was like everywhere in the Northeast. So I'm not gonna do that this year. I might plan to make that attempt next year, but it just don't make sense for me with being at my experience. I just started. Too many people fail pre-trip. Yeah. I think they say that's the hardest part. Man, I gotta catch up to these. No such thing as a CDL hot shot here in Cali. Anything over 10K needs Class A. I think it's the same rule for New York too. It's something like anything over 10,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. And I've heard like that's BS, and I heard it's not. But it always make me wonder because I be watching a couple of YouTubers and I know they running CDL, but they always go to Cali. So I hope that's a fluke because I ain't gonna lie. If I gotta go to Cali this week, I might just. Nah, I ain't going to Cali though. Nah, yeah, I got to get an auxiliary fuel tank first before I go that far. I wasn't going to put 10K down in the truck and find it out this morning. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. It's a hard commitment. It's a difference from putting maybe $3,000 down and then 10 to 15 grand like they doing now. Pre-trip is simple, man. Get a check, let's make it. Yeah, I keep paper a lot. Well, no, I think he's talking about the pre-trip as far as the one you gotta do to pass the Class A test. As a newbie, how do you get your contracts and negotiation rates? I don't necessarily have contracts. I just have a couple of brokers out of Georgia so far that I have email lists with they're not exclusive to me, but anytime he posts them, it's kind of like a first come, first serve through the email list, and they always paying pretty good. Now, I wasn't able to get a load coming out of there this time because I think the load choices were going to Maine, Ohio, and like Wisconsin. And I'm not going up there if I know it's snowing. It's one thing if the snow is already hit and the storm was over, but I think a front was just coming in earlier this week, so I didn't want to risk it. And like I said, I'm not that experienced of a driver to go through with it. But I couldn't really bring content on that, how to get necessarily contracts. When I did my first military load and I talked to the Air Force Base, like 10 miles up the road from where I live, they basically just told me straight up they don't do hot shots like that. They get a lot of freight coming in for hot shots, but they never really send out freight. Usually they need a full truck like a flatbed or a step deck. So, I mean, that was good to learn and good to know that, but it's going to be tough. I think it's probably going to be just as hard, probably harder than box trucks. I'm not even going to lie. I think it's going to be just as hard. That's what's up. What's the longest you stayed on the road? Earlier this year, about 4.5 weeks straight. 4.5 weeks straight. The longest I've been on the road since I've been doing hot shots is 3 weeks. That was my first time going out. 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So do you think you would do hot shot for 2 years? I say that, but like I said, I change my mind so often and so quick. It all depends on what hot shot looks like over the next 2 years, where my capital is. But I know I will just say this. Next time I expand, it won't be any more dualies. No more dualies to the fleet. It's just gonna be straight semis. But even then, I don't want to scale too much for semi, because I know it's a lot of maintenance that goes in on that side. But I can really see myself in the next year or two driving a semi. Like I really have fun doing it, and I really don't see myself doing too much less of work than what they do. You know what I mean? They just got an extra 13 feet of space, and yes, like I said, I know it come with more responsibility. Like I said, I had a load shipped on me just yesterday, so knowing freight better, I do need to get my Class A and take everything more seriously. But as far as doing the work, I think I can do the work. So I think 2 years max, yeah, and then I'm gonna be looking into expanding into the semi game. Go knocking on shipper door if you don't want to work the load boards. I agree. You can do it. I haven't done it yet, but you can. I tried it with a side company, but I wasn't able to scale enough. They really looking for a lot of the people in Georgia are looking for people with flatbeds. Are you in ATL area? No, right now I'm in Texas. I live 80 miles south of Atlanta. I appreciate you keeping it real, because a couple times a week I get calls from a few girls. Unrealistic YouTube expectations of $8,000 to $10,000 weeks as a brand new carrier. I have one video where we made $8,800 in like 8 days, but it was only because like I said, if you run your truck in a way, like I'm gonna be real, like illegally, you can make probably 8,000 a week, probably once or twice in a couple of months. Like every now and then you'll get lucky enough to where you can do something like that, but it won't be like that for everybody. And I don't think you can make these numbers for sure running the ELD correctly. I'm gonna just be real and say that. Yeah, I don't see anybody else. I mean, especially 10,000. I've seen 10,000 a week from a hot shot, not from me, but I've heard of it. But I haven't seen a boss truck say they made 10,000 a week. That's ridiculous. That's a long time to be on the sidelines not working. You talking about until the end of April. Who that? 5 weeks and I hit 7,500 this week. God dang, you doing it, man. That's what's up. Run the loads, be on time, communicate with the broker, and they will be willing to help keep you moving. That's what's up, man. If you really making that, that's what's up. Like I said, the trucks that I were dispatching, they were making anywhere from like 35 to 6 consistently, and 6 was on the high end if they were running back and forth from Cali to the Midwest. But it's real hard to hit 6,000 a week consistently. It's real hard to do that, even when you partialing. I'm gonna make a video on partialing coming soon too, man. How much did y'all expect to make starting off? It's just like, I think it's for everybody. 4K is my minimum per week, which I have been hitting. That's what's up. Get into trailers so you can rent them out to owner operators. I have thought about that. I thought about just renting out this 36 footer while I ride my 40 foot that I'm getting. I ain't even made no video on that. I'm so behind on content because, like I said, I've been over the road. I ain't really got time to just sit down and make videos. I try to spend most of the time sleeping. It's safety first when it comes to semi trucks. I agree. And that's why I know I need to learn way more before I can dip into this industry. I would be terrified to sit there and look at Freightliner Cascadia with a step deck or a flatbed attached to it, just like, oh man, I gotta drive this thing 400 to 600 miles a day. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see myself doing it, but I know as time goes by, I will be able to. And the road life is fun. Like I said, I get to enjoy it with my fiance, and I always got company with me, so I'm not as bored. And it pays the bills, but I know in a semi truck and having passive income with the other trucks, I know I could make it worthwhile. It's gonna be a lot of stress that comes into it, but I'm kind of ready for the challenge in the future. Good Lord. All the new people coming in, y'all getting it. If the rates go up to what? Let me say that $3 a mile every load, $3 a mile. If you get the vaccine and y'all taking it, I need to know y'all answer right now, man. Are y'all and hit the like button too when you do it. If loads are paying $3 to $4 a mile, if you take the vaccine next year, top of the year, are you taking it? Cause like I said to all the viewers earlier, I'm doing it. Oh, you stay at Macon? No, I stay around Macon. I lived in Macon when I was born in Macon, but I don't live in Macon anymore. Bro, the notification's not showing. That's because you ain't hit the notification bell, man. Hit that notic bell right now. No, I'm just playing. YouTube glitches up sometimes. It happens to me too. But at least you made it, man. I'll probably stay on for another, it depends on how much interaction I get, probably another 30 minutes. OTR, DAT, Amazon load. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you go on OTR, especially with the rates that Amazon got right now, I believe you can make that. I'm not even gonna lie. Good money out here, yes, sir. Unlike other people, I have rate kinds of show. Okay. Local during the winter. Not local, maybe regional. I wouldn't mind doing something like a run from, if I could find something Georgia to Texas and Texas somewhere back to the Southeast, just keep bouncing back and forth. Because like I said, it's a lot of freight going to Florida and Texas for some reason out of Georgia. And I've been staying away from it for a long time because I know if I go to Georgia, if I'm in Georgia and I go to Florida, I know 9 times out of 10 it ain't gonna be nothing that makes sense coming back to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? If it was something coming back to Georgia every time, I would do it. Usually, it's probably some trash going up to Michigan or like something real far for a rate that don't make sense. So, of course, I wouldn't do that. So. The Texas one, only reason why I'm taking this risk because I said, if anything, I'll just deadhead to the Dallas area. But even in Dallas, freight is just drying up right now. Did y'all answer the question, man? Oh, we got one dude saying yes, he gonna take the vaccine. Everybody else ain't doing it. How can I start? You know, when I start off, business bus truck. Shop is starting day 2. I say apply for Amazon at this point. For the next 2 months, I think Amazon gonna be something to make good money. If not, download a load board, get a subscription, start looking for freight in your area, and kind of see. Try to expect what you're gonna get because it's scary getting in and not knowing what to expect. It's not gonna be hard. The job is not gonna be hard. Just make sure everything you're doing, you're in compliance, you're safe, your vehicle is ready, like road ready. Get a DOT inspection. It don't cost nothing but like $50 at Love's, and make sure everything's, right. But load boards is the main question. Like he said, DAT load board right here. Brokers will have their own boards too. Yeah, you got Landstar, TQL. Sign me up. Yes, sir. We taking the vax. What said, hell nah, man, you ain't gonna be here then, man. I'm telling you, man. I got a feeling it might happen. And we'll just have to see what happens then, but we ain't gonna talk about it too much now. We ain't gonna get into all that, man. Vaccine, I was first. Oh, I'm taking the vaccine for free. I had COVID and it's scary. But for those races that gotta do it, hey, I feel you on that, man. I've already taken it and the booster. Okay. So we got some people who already, that's what I'm saying, man. It's and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see y'all as like, oh, y'all gonna turn into a zombie in the next 6 to 12 months, man. It's a crazy time that we living in now. And like I said, it's shifting people into not even wanting to work for somebody anymore. Everybody just want to be free, work for themselves. And I think a lot of people look at the vaccine as taking the freedom and personal choice away from people. So we're gonna see, man. Midwest pays good in the box truck. Oh yeah, pay real good, man. I already know that. That's why I need to get to. I'm so mad, man, because it was a low going from Houston to Illinois. Once it was like 800 miles, paying like $1,800, but I'm not 40 foot, like not having that 40 feet of deck space. I'm telling y'all, 4 feet, y'all make so much of a big difference. 4 feet. And the sad part about it is the freight probably isn't 4 feet, but that's what the customer requested. Like that's, if the shipper say they want a 40 foot and the broker send them something else, they gonna reject them, and they may not give you a total for it. So, well, you should get your total for it. They know, the matter of fact, the brokers know they'll have to pay you a total, so they're just trying to save the trouble for themselves, basically. I would take it. My wife is already forced to at her job with the state. And yeah, I feel you on that. So for people who like I said, this channel get people from all types, different places around the world. Like I think in Chicago, not just Chicago, but the state of Illinois too. I think are masks mandated in Illinois? Because I think every single time I go to a hotel there, they're the only people that look at us like kind of sideways, like you don't have a mask. You know what I'm saying? They still do that. So it all really depends on where you're living at. Any interest in getting your CDL for everyone? Yeah, I do intend on doing mine hopefully in January. My birthday month coming up, probably the first 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to try to find some type of class that makes sense. I was about to take one that started December 12th through the 19th for the permit, but they said I wouldn't be able to take the actual driven test until March. And I was just like, nah, I got too many things lined up right now. I need something a little quicker. So, as a young 19-year-old wanting to get in trucking, what steps and things should I start looking into? 19. I don't know if you can be 19, but I have seen a couple. Like I've seen a content creator who's 20 years old, so I'm not too sure if you can do freight commercially at 19. I think you have to be 21. I'm not too sure. You have to be 21. I think so. It all depends because you can get your class A at 18. So make sure you know what you're doing when you get a truck. Just don't hop in, and DOT ain't nothing to play with. Ask questions and do research. That's true, man. That's true. Man, I gotta catch up. I believe the shot is for only crossing the border, and that's for non-US. Yeah, it is. But that's what I'm saying. If they're taking an effect to even just do that, along the state, not state lines, but the country borders, you got to think if they're going to regulate crossing state lines at some point. So, and not now. This could be something a year later that's still, yeah. No vaccine. Shot. Okay. I took mine in May. Okay, so we got a lot of people who are vaccinated. Literally 90% of my family is vaccinated. And every single time I come home, it's like, when you getting vaccinated? Somebody probably watching the live stream right now. But, and I may be peer pressured into doing it just because they saying you can be a carrier of the disease and hurt somebody without knowing it and it don't hurt you. That is kind of like the biggest pushing point, not necessarily because I'm fearing for my life, but because I fear for, hurting somebody else. So I think everybody should kind of look at it that way at some point. What you can do, start LLC, open your bank account, learn dispatching until you turn 22 and start driving. Yeah, dispatching is a real good business model, especially when you can dispatch semis. Get some real good money in it. Is gas monthly your biggest expense? It's gonna easily be out of fuel and hotel. I think I spent a lot of money and got no hotels. I spend anywhere from $80 to $100 a night on hotel. And I will be changing that when I start going over the road by myself. But right now, two people can't fit in the back of a hot shot. At least we not fit to. I quit my six-figure job to get into this industry. Been worth no doubt. It's worth it, is what you're saying? That's what's up, man. What are your numbers looking like now? And what setup are you running? Are you like a CDL hotshot guy or you non-CDL box truck? The court has struck down the vaccine. The vax is wax. Hey, man, maybe I need to, like I said, maybe I need to be doing more research. Insurance is the biggest for most people. Yeah, insurance is real big. But it's not more than fuel. Insurance is probably like, well, dang, y'all. In box trucks, it is higher. But my insurance is $1,200 a month. But some other people's insurance might be $3,000 a month. So where am I? Am I that behind? Good Lord. Yeah, fuel is high. Fuel you can spend up to $1,000 a week now. So I have 7 fuel cards totaling $27K. I feel let me keep moving. Shout out to you for not charging for free info. I mean, that only makes sense, Lou. Shout out to you for tuning in, man, and dropping comments, man. You rarely come into the live streams, but I see you on the videos. Is there an age limit on truck Amazon requires you to have, or anyone else? I don't think so. It's just a size requirement, and usually older trucks are gonna have a lower clearance. So you just want to make sure whatever box truck you get, it has at least, I don't want to say 96-inch clearance. That would be perfect, but at least about 90 clearance, 92-inch clearance. I think fuel cards are worth it. I prefer the cashback rewards card. Yeah, I got a credit card with Navy Fed that I use sometimes. I also let it. Now I say the fuel card because at the same time, it depends. If you got a business credit card, it can make sense. But at the end of the day, you're gonna want to write off your expenses. And I think the fuel card shows the fuel coming out every week, so it's a little better. Not as good as a trade line like having a credit card, but have to be 21. CDL here in Texas is quick, but mad long for driving. Yeah. I don't like Texas, man. I'm out here with you right now, and I don't like it. So I think it's your fault why I ain't got no freight today. I'm just playing, man. But in Texas, you can't get your CDL until you're 21. Do you understand? Y'all were. So I see he don't make as many videos. Yeah, he's still running. Like I said, when I'm over the road, I really don't communicate. I don't want to say with darn near anyone. I'm just not as much of a social person. So even my like I said, my family members, I don't really communicate with about anybody at this point. So still keep in touch on a monthly basis, but as far as just like every day, I don't really do that with anybody. You know, I hit up a couple of people today, a couple of YouTubers I know out of Houston. They ain't in Houston right now, so best least owned companies to start with. Eventually, I want to be under my own authority though. So if you check the video I posted about a week ago, we're gonna be starting a lease owned company probably in January if you're interested in that. But there will be requirements with that. So what's a reasonable insurance rate per month that's acceptable and not price? I say anything for me personally. I say anything under $2,000. An expense over $500 a week to me is just really on the high end. So if you can kind of limit how many you got, because you can't control fuel. And honestly, I don't think you can control insurance depending on what you've done. You can just get as many quotes as you can and kind of compare them. But you gotta get expensive coverages. So I can't really answer that without knowing where you are and who you've gotten quotes for. You know, if you got one bad quote, maybe another insurance company can offer you something better. But when you're starting off, Progressive probably gonna be the only one who works with an actual new authority. So you're gonna run freight in your state under 21. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when you're commercially crossing state lines, you gotta be 21. Thank y'all for helping me out, man. Fuel cards, trust me, I work with Capital One. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I think it'll have 1 year. I think it's 6 months. I'm getting my February and we'll get it around sometime next year and get the CDL license. Yeah, I think you only have 6 months once you get your CLP. So you probably want to get it a little sooner. Not the permit, but the actual class A, I think, as far as taking the other class. Man, I am behind, bro. My bad. Maybe I'm going too slow. I'm in the military and forced to get the shots to get out. I retire. Damn. You had to, man. Would you consider the electric truck from Tesla? Me and Daniel was talking about that, man. I don't think having an EV truck right now would be beneficial, especially autonomous driving. Autonomous driving isn't going to really take an effect for like the next 10 to 20 years. Like we trust technology, but I don't think we trust it with our lives and our livelihood just yet. Like the trucking industry is too fragile to put all of your control in technology like that. It's just not gonna work. But as far as an electric standpoint, I think there will be more mandates against diesel like in the next 20 years. So that again is gonna be something that changes the trucking industry. But it's not a problem right now. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about like EV trucks for another really 20 years, in my opinion. LeBron got vaccinated, and now he just got a Chinese virus. Slam dunk. So vaccine really means nothing. Let me get off the vaccine, man. Now CDL box truck made about $13K. That's what's up. No maintenance, no fuel costs. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm like 20 comments behind. They ruled the vaccination unconstitutional today. It's not really okay. Like I said, y'all, I won't be watching the news, man. I'll just be, like I said, I try to catch up on some articles from time to time, but other than that, I got lucky today and caught the lie. Keep doing your thing. Yes, sir. You too, man. Let's talk about these shitty dispatches and these rates. I saw a rate for 13,000 pounds for 98 cents a mile. Now, are you talking about the dispatchers who are representing you, or are you talking about the brokers who are representing the shippers? I think you're talking about the brokers. And if that's a full dedicated truckload, as far as for hot shot or box truck, and people are taking $1 a mile, that's ridiculous. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think just how we're seeing the market and how freight is scarce right now, and we're bidding on these lows and we're losing the people underbidding us. I think the same thing has happened with some of these freight brokerages. Maybe some of the companies that they work with, like for instance, in the hot shot. Like hot shot is kind of like, it's seasonal too. Like box trucks are seasonal. Box trucks do really well, I want to say, in this time span when they call it peak season for Amazon. So for hot shot, when it's not spring and summertime, when a lot of construction, a lot of building, I think rates are highest then. But when it starts to fall off and their customers aren't there as much, they start getting on the spot market too and bidding on these lows. And they bid as low as they can to get the customer approval so they can subcontract that work to us for the bullshit. So at some point, you kind of got to look at it as brokers are just trying to pay their bills and get by, but it's messing up. I think brokers not asking for enough is what's really messing up the trucking industry. I don't think it's because that that broker had $2 a mile in it on the load, and he just gave you $1 and profited. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it. But man, it's gonna take a while. Like I said, I think we just in a slow season right now for hot shot. But if that's what box trucks, good God. That's what's up, man. What up, Robin? My man back in the building. Yes, sir. Ooh, 243 miles, $2,500. Where you at with that, Robin? I might have to pull up. I got my CDL in Texas. Hands down, hardest thing I've ever done. It was a class of 20. Only 5 of us got our CDL. Damn. Some of them folk wasted their damn money. Recommendations for fuel cards, please. If you check the link on any of my descriptions, look in there and it should be, go to my past previous videos and it should be an RTS link in there. I got RTS Fleet 1 fuel card. Just click on it and I think you can apply from there. Start 20. I want to start a 26-foot box truck company. Can you tell me where to start, please? So I would say I got like a 45-minute video drawn out on the steps to take, how much it's gonna cost, and it's like 3 weeks old if you go back to my channel. But I would say the very first steps, if you're real serious and you got the capital, I always say first off, figure out if it's something you really want to do, and second off, get your LLC and open up a business bank account, because those are two things that are pretty harmless. You can have a LLC and a business bank account forever, so it's not like, and it's not gonna cost that much. It's probably gonna cost, up to maybe $300, $400 for your LLC, and opening the business bank account don't require anything but like $100 deposit. So that's $500 basically just to get your mindset ready to realize you got a business and start planning what you want to do, what type of freight do you want to run, what type of lanes you want to run, what market you want to get into. Do you want to do hot shot, box truck? But like I said, the first thing I would do if I was you, if you just on YouTube looking at gross numbers, go to a video about 3 weeks old. It says how to start a box truck business. And I basically give like a free training on how you should go about starting. My bad, y'all folks, man. I'm so behind. And if you need extra help, man, email me, and I do consultations. Pardon. The boys been dried up. I'm out here. I'm in Houston, man. I'm in Houston. I don't even want to say the word right now. I'm mad. I've been pissed off all day, man. And people, I'm not gonna lie, people are taking bullshit, man. It was a load. I did miss out on load. I could have took a load for like $1.60 going to Virginia, but I knew I would have been having to go through all the mountains, and I'm like, going through the mountains for $1.60 don't make sense with 9,000 pounds. But it was a load going to South Carolina, and I was really thinking about it, and I thought it was a partial rate, but it was like 8,500 pounds, 32 feet, and it was paying $1,200 on 1,090 miles coming from Houston. I'm just like, I'm calling the broker. I'm thinking like, it's booked. Like, is it a partial? Did you put the wrong feet and weight? And it's like, nah, it's dedicated. You can't put nothing else on the truck for basically like $1.15 a mile. I'm not taking that shit. Somebody took it right after me. Like right after that call, he hung up and it slashed out off the load board. So somebody took that. I don't know if they had to get home in a hurry or what, but I'm not taking that. My bad, y'all folks. I'm just trying to. Yes, sir. That boy Robin beginning. See, this is what I'm saying. You see how he got Love's Pilot, Flying J. I was doing all of that too in the past. But if you get a Fleet 1 card, you basically have access to all of them. So check it out. Even the ones that don't be having names. It's hard to get insurance from New Authority out of LA. I can believe it, man. Keep pushing though, man. What's the law on firearms while traveling? So if you have a permit, let's say this permit allows you to carry in 40 states. Like I think the one out of Georgia permits you to carry in 40 states. And you end up in a place like Maryland. DOT's hot in Maryland. And if you get pulled over with a firearm in Maryland, whether it's loaded or not, it's illegal. So even if you're traveling commercially, I think you can have it to where if you put the gun and the ammunition in a lockbox and lock it, that is somewhat considered like you can carry, but it's so many hassles in that. I would just stay away from that. Because if you're in a state where you're not supposed to be carrying, it'll just cause problems and you can get fined for it. My bad about you. I'm trying to catch up to the questions, y'all. What is leased on? If you interested in this, we'll just make me and Daniel probably gonna make a live stream or start a live stream. Today is Wednesday, probably Saturday. So stay tuned, Joshua. We're gonna have a live stream hopefully Saturday to explain being leased on. But I got so many questions to get up to. If you email me, I can probably send you like a paragraph on what it basically is, or look up a video. But it's basically just leasing on to somebody's carrier authority, just because yours don't have any maturity on it. Look up each state's regulation. Most unloaded. Yeah, in a safe location. That's basically what you can do. But either way, it'll probably be, like I said, if you're ending up in a state, and it all depends on which type of DOT officer you get, or which officer in general you get. You just don't. But I understand it, because it seems unsafe to just, because some of these states ain't really, like, I'm gonna just say it plain out, they're not used to seeing people like me. Like in Nebraska, I can't tell you how many just like when people pass by and they car just like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand why you would want to have it on you, but at the same time, you're still a commuter. So it kind of looks off for you to be driving commercially with a gun. It's just like, what are you doing? Is it cargo on the back of your truck, or are you smuggling drugs? It's kind of how they think about it. Why do I see Amazon 26 feet around? Amazon. Hey, that's a good question, man. It's so many, and they are nice trucks. They be 26 feet with a lift gate. They got swing doors with 102-inch clearance. Like, they be nice trucks. I think Amazon knows they'll save more money. 1099 on the driver, or W2 in them for freaking $20 an hour, rather than paying these truck drivers real good. And that'll really save them a lot of money in peak season. Because really, the carriers own the right, that like they really controlling the market due to it not being like a broker system and bidding on loads. If they let them loads sit there, the prices is just gonna keep raising. So I do think Amazon has peeped that, and in order to like flush out the demand it is to get into Amazon, they may start doing that. But it'll put a lot of people out of business. So. Tested the Electra, it didn't work out. Are you talking about a Workhorse? I was invested in that stock for a small amount of time. It's 6 months after you get your permit, but you can get another 6 months if you need one. 1 year total to get your CD. Okay, that's what's up. I thought it was just 6 months. That's gonna be a game changer if you have money to get a fleet. That is true, and I think if it also means truck drivers will be more like if everything goes autonomous, I think it's going to be real big too. But the only thing you kind of got to remember is, what are you going to do? Let's say trucks are so good they get to where they can drive themselves from point A to point B, and it's a flatbed truck. Are you going to now make the lumpers that used to load and unload the trailers strap and unstrap the freight? Like maybe, but I can just imagine the rates they'll actually push those trucks for at that point. I think it's going to, I don't even think it'll be worth it, is what I'm saying. Maybe the first people who start getting the trucks, it'll be worth it for them. But over time, I could just see it. It could be passive income, but it also may not be much income if they feel like you're not doing much work, if that makes sense. He made $4K a week doing I guess car hauling with a hot shot. I'm not too sure. I haven't dipped in the car hauling. I know they get basically like 50 cents a mile for every single car they get. So in order to make some real money, in my opinion, I feel like you need at least like a 3-car hauler. So started my fleet with a box truck and just got 2 sprinters. What's your thought on sprinters? I just have not invested my time into looking into it. Like I said, I never seen anybody post big profit numbers, but it's not because they're not profiting. Their gross numbers are just smaller, but they spend less on fuel, and at the end of the day, they still their own boss. But I just haven't looked into sprinters. I have not looked into them. That's my Joshua. Just download the load board app. It seems big wheel cargo man. Any information? I don't see any. I don't know any. I think it's like Doft and maybe Uber Freight for that. Much time for you running your hotshot company? How's home time for you running your hotshot company? So I do 3 weeks on, 1 week off. If you have a sprinter, go talk to local business, trust us. Washington and Amazon. Good God, boy, you making it happen. Do you haul loads that require state permits? If so, how did you obtain them for states you travel? Are you saying for like IFTA or like oversized load type of permit? What type of permits are you saying? Which states are you referring to? I pay LLC in 50 years for my business license here. My bad, y'all, if y'all hear that dog bark. Probably oversized loads. I haven't done any oversized load. I have had some overhang on the load, but that was due to the load shifting. And like I said, the roads here in Texas are trash, man. Ain't nobody tell me. I took I don't think it's called I-10 West, but Interstate 10 West. Like the whole way, man, them roads are trash, bro. And it ain't none but DOT officers lined up. And I'm knowing I got about 2 inches of overhang on the right side. I'm just like, man, please don't come get. I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah. So back to this question. I think he was talking about. No, I have not taken an oversized load that was supposed to be oversized. Yeah, so I'm not too sure. Just to answer that. Oh man. When you thoughts on staying local, hotshot instead of OTR? Is there a big pay difference? So for when I hear local, I think in state. But if you were referring to regional, like if I'm in Georgia, like Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, I think money will be about the same as if I go OTR. It's not like I can just like now I'm in Texas. It ain't much I can do but travel 1,000 miles west, 1,000 miles north, or 1,000 miles east. So it's gonna kind of be the same if you're regional, especially for me in the Southeast. I think I'll make just as much money, but I may not make as much because of the rates and where I am. So if I end up routing my truck from Georgia, like I really wish I could just, let me see if I can show you the map to make more sense. How long is your trailer? I have a 36-foot non-CDL, 7,000 pound axles. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all my screen real quick and show y'all the load board. Share screen, yes. And we're gonna go, not that one. This one. No, that's too big. My bad, y'all. No, this one. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm driving rates. Let's look at flatbeds. So his question, what are your thoughts on staying local? So I looked at it and I basically thought he was basically referring to regional. So if you're just looking at the rates, and these are not for flatbed hotshot, this is just for the flatbed. So if you take this rate and our trailer is probably about 80 to 85% of the length of the loads. Usually they pay for the length of the load and the weight of the load. If you just, basically we get paid around $2.20 a mile. On a full dedicated truckload. Let me say that. Not out of Houston though. If you route your truck anywhere, like if you're saying local as far as like here, regional here, I think you'll make just as much money if you were to ship out here and then come back. So I wish I could just do the map. I'm trying to route my truck to where I'm trying something different with the Texas thing. Don't pay attention to Texas. But I'm trying to make a route to where I can find brokers in every single lane that I run. Because I always got a broker where it's a lot of loads going to the Midwest. But the problem with going up to the Midwest now ain't the rates, it's the weather. So I don't want to go anywhere as an unexperienced driver where I don't have the skill to maneuver my vehicle at right now. So I'm gonna stay in the Southeast and probably travel here sometimes, but I'm not traveling up here right now. For the next 2 months, 3 months, I'm not traveling there. Unless it's just no snow for a couple months, I may go, but I'm not gonna force myself to do it. Let me see. I'm so behind on questions. Let's see. Yep, put that there. Ooh. Just left Houston. Had to head back to San Antonio where I live. That's what's up. I'm coming to Houston tomorrow, pick up a load, and see my family. That's what's up, man. OTR, you still make money. You will make more money. Regional and local need direct shippers to keep moving. I agree with that. I think regional can work for me in the Southeast, but not how I kind of want it. Like, even if what I'm doing right now, I feel like I'm kind of SOL coming to somewhere like Texas because it ain't too much freight moving for good rates out of Texas. And I think you're going to run into that even if you're over the road unless you're in the right region. So I kind of use like the Midwest as a prime example. It's nowhere else where you can keep moving from a 400 to 600 mile ratio and not ratio, range, and still make good money no matter where you're going in that direction. So basically, I already know it's a struggle. It's a shame. Yeah, I already know your struggle. It's a shame. It's a shame, bro. How can I get in touch with you for the consultation? So if you look in you can go to untromike.com, or the price is probably messed up on there though. They probably high as hell because I've been busy. Or you can email me right there at untromikeyt@gmail.com. Yep. Can't get on any base with a firearm though. No, you can't. They're gonna search your truck. They're gonna search your entire cab. They're gonna search everything. They're gonna, drop your drawers, bend over, everything, bro. Military gonna check every freaking thing. It's so aggravating. They made me stay off grounds because of it. Let's meet up in Houston tomorrow. Hey, if you dead serious, let me know. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to dip out in the AM though. So if you're gonna be here like tonight in the early morning, maybe, but I gotta get out of here, bro. Make a video on investing in stocks, crypto. If I invest in the stocks, bro, I'm not getting back into crypto. But I do want to get back into the stock market. I'm just trying to get my capital to a place where I'm set to invest correctly. I don't want to invest any money I need. So I'm just trying to get everything saved. I want this amount just for the mortgage for the next 6 months. I want this amount just for this and that. And I got to get a trailer, put a down payment on that. So I got a lot of stuff that I'm paying for. But I will get to the point to where I am going to be showing more information on investing in other things. Like I said, that's why I named it Entre Mike instead of Hot Shot Mike, Also my townhome and renting that out probably in the next year or two. Because that's really why we got that property first. We could have got a home up to $150,000 in value, with an acre of land. I really just wish I had some land now, y'all. We're having this long truck and trailer. I wish I had some land. But I do love the townhome because it's a renter's market. And even though I'm paying $500 on mortgage, that liability will become an asset where I can make $500 to $700 on profit, because I think we can rent it out for about, $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So you stuck in Texas? I was there for 2 days. Yeah, I'm going through it. Can you or somebody in the chat elaborate on the new CDL regulations come February 7th? So I'm gonna have a video dropping on this. I've already explained a little bit of the vaccine mandate, but it's basically gonna be the three things that kind of not keep you from starting a trucking company, but that will affect you from starting. And that's gonna be the vaccine, the new CDL requirement, and inflation. Inflation is really what's killing people too, because if the trucks were at a decent price or the rental rates were at a decent price, if truck parts was at or were coming in a timely manner, people wouldn't be really experiencing problems with entering trucking. But it seems like more people getting in, the rates getting lower. Everything just seems really saturated, but I'm just convinced right now that it's the season, you know. My bad if I'm back on y'all questions, y'all. I'm trying to give everybody, you know what I'm saying? Check your Instagram DM last night. Man, you ain't hit me up since you called me the other night, but I'll check it out, bro. I'll check it out. This one ain't fuel cost. Yeah. That each month. So I have a RTS Fleet One card where I have a $3,500 credit limit for fuel and like, you know, food or other things in the truck stops. And you pay it weekly. So I pay mine every Thursday. It automatically gets drafted out of the account. Whatever your balance is for the week. Amazon will still be in there offering dedicated loads. So that's what's up. How long did it take you to learn how to properly secure what you're hauling? Like I said, I think strap and go is going to be the easiest scrap ever. Strap and go and tarping is easy. I think what's harder is chaining. But other than like strap and go was pretty simple. I mean, you just got to tighten the hell out of them. It's going to be a little different with new straps. You're going to have to pull over sometimes because them straps, some of the straps just going to come loose for no reason. But as long as you over secure, I think you're properly securing. At first, I was having problems by not always like just making a habit in my mind to not go over the rub rail, but through the rub rail. And that's the part that's connected to the. I just have to make a video on that too. But it didn't take me long. I think I'm still getting comfortable with chaining. But other than that, and hauling taller freight, I really don't like it, but they pay the best. So I haven't seen 26 football shirts on Amazon yet, but I'm sure they're coming. It's hard to tell because I think they're having a hard time staffing the regular local truck. Yeah, I agree. I agree on that too. And I think because there's so much demand on people wanting their stuff the next day. Now, if they start making it to where you can't get your stuff next day or in 2 to 3 days, and it's something like 5 to 7 business days just to make more money, they may do something like that. But right now, I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially not at peak season. Fuel cards don't cost anything. You can drive the account once a week, which will help you build business credit. Yep. With the sprinters regulation, the minimum compared to my shot on ELD, drive as much as you can handle. Yep. That is true. Don't quit talking bad about Texas. I can't do it right now, bro. I'm upset. Because I took this risk just knowing like, man, I'm going to get something out of here. I stayed positive. I said, man, I got like $2.10 a mile to get here, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And like all day people been taking BS. So if I see any of y'all talking about don't take cheap freight, man, that's some bull, bro. If I got to take $1, I'll probably take $1.50. If I got to this time, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do that, or I'm gonna have to take the vaccine or something to get some good rates out of here. The rates are just ridiculous. And the brokers are like, I texted one broker because he didn't pick up, and it was a load going to Jacksonville, Florida. It was like 1,100 miles. So of course, I asked for $2,200. He said too far. I said 1,100 miles. Yeah, it is pretty. He was talking about the rate though. Like what the hell? Like I don't know. It's one thing if they just say, I don't have that much in on it or this and that. But he literally just said too far. So me in my head, I'm thinking, what's the very minimum I take a load going 1,100 miles? I said, I can't go no lower than like 18, 50, 19. But by that time, covered. It probably will cover for like $1,400. And that's the truth. Because Houston is a monster lane, man. It's a monster. Can you work with a lease on have your own authority at the same time? Yes, you can, but you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. You don't want to be paying the entire commercial insurance for it, because that's usually what's going to come out of your percentage for the lease on company. If you're paying that independently, you're still making that payment for your insurance payment with them, because in order to run with a lease on company, you have to be under their insurance. So that's going to raise their insurance and you're going to pay that difference. But you're also going to have to pay the commercial insurance on your own authority. So you want to just make sure that commercial insurance on your own authority is at the right rate and with the lowest amount of coverages in order for you to get past it. But that's why I said, like, questions like this is what Daniel's really going to be able to answer with a breeze, because that's all he does all day. Yeah, man, he's clowning our state. Hey, man, it might be Houston ain't no good for box trucks either. So I know for a fact for straight trucks and I'm gonna say non-CDL hot shot for now, y'all ain't got no good freight coming out of Houston, man. Now Dallas, I do think it's better freight. Like I know it was a load going to Arkansas, I think like 420 miles for $1,000. I was like, man, that's what I'm talking about. But with my deadhead coming from Houston, I wasn't gonna be able to make the pickup. So it's always something. Please do you have any videos on cargo van? No, I don't, man. I got non-CDL box truck, non-CDL hot shot. Welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the noti bell. But for real, man, y'all hit that like button. Let's see if anybody else is up. I'm gonna probably be on for another 30 minutes. I always say that. It all depends on how much interaction we get on here, man. Yes, but you can only run under one. Exactly. You're going to have to run with their decals and you're going to have to run up under their insurance. But you're going to be paying for both. My bad. That's not the right. It's untremonic.com with 1K. My bad. For the dude who wanted a consultation. Anybody else want a consultation, hit me up in there. Or if y'all want to ask me for my cash out for a donation or something like that, I'll just want to. Yeah, appreciate it, man. You know what, man? Young, you've been in here helping these folks out. Hold on. I don't think I can do it on here. But I'm going to have some moderators soon, man. Well, bruh came yesterday. He said he wanted to be a moderator. And I said he had to come to this stream right here. I don't know if he's in here right now. But if you're in here, drop a comment. I get you right. Last week, I'll call you tomorrow, fam. Yeah, I got you, Robin. I got you locked in. You already know. There's people out here taking trash, move their trucks. And I'm like, man, what the hell yeah, man, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, people real deal taking like $1.20 a mile. And it's one thing, if they got like $4 a mile to come to Texas and they taking that, or the same thing like with Florida or Colorado or Washington example, but I know they ain't getting $4 a mile coming to Texas. But for those rare people who are, and then they take $1.20 to leave, it's just like, you're killing it for us, bro. You're really killing it. Do you have an ELD for box truck? Yes, you need an ELD. Any vehicle that weighs over 10,000 pounds with a gross combination vehicle weight or gross vehicle weight of 10,000 pounds, you need a ELD to operate. Do you get paid by the mileage or mileage and load? So usually it's gonna go based on the weight and length. Now the commodity can play a big difference. So if I'm taking something that's 40 feet and 2 feet high, you know, fuel, I'm probably gonna get, depending on the weight, let's say it's 6,000 pounds. Fuel is gonna be, I'm gonna probably get 12 to 14 miles per gallon. Now, and this is a hot shot example, but for a 40-foot container, something that's what 7-8 foot high. I'm probably gonna get like 9 to 10 miles per gallon. So you should probably want to negotiate more on how high the commodity is too, because of the wind and the wind resistance while traveling with the load. Ain't wrong for that, bro. Chill out. Why you playing? It might be that, man. They may not understand. He's at 21. Yeah, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just messing around, y'all. Keep trucking. Mandatory ELD. Appreciate it, young. Check out his link on his page. Appreciate it, bro. Any idea on Garmin ELD? I heard you don't have to subscribe to it. Like Keep Trucking ELD is free with one-time payment. I'm not too sure. Like I said, when I have any freight that has my total height over 10 feet, that's what usually when I'll be serious enough to. That means my freight got to be 7 foot long, by the way, not 7 feet tall, by the way. But usually that's probably when I get a get not a Garmin, but I'll use a Hammer. What is you don't get charged at all. It's basically just a fuel card is basically just a line of credit that also gives you rewards while using it. Now for certain reward card, like let's say Loves, you can use this RTS fuel card at a Loves, but you can also, the fuel cards are free. If you go to my description on any of these videos, I got a bunch of stuff that's free. I got a DAT load board for the first 30 days was free, and a link to RTS fuel card with Shelby from RTS. And you get a free fuel card. You just gotta, I forgot all the requirements you gotta do. I might have them come on the channel too, but it's free. It's just a line of credit. So if you use 700 this week, next week on Thursday, the 700 is gonna get drafted out of your account. That's all it is. Loves, I can buy everything in the store. Man, all I buy is sometimes Blue Death and just fuel. I don't really use it for food. I use my business debit for that. But really, man, you got 210 coming in. Just take the gas money and get out. Friday coming real quick. Hey, I'm thinking about it. I'm not, man, I ain't gonna lie though. I'm not running under $1.50. I'm not, like, $1.50 is like my bare minimum. I'm not budging. But if he negotiated me to $1.40, I might have to take it. You know what I'm saying? What is an ELD? You need a consultation, man. Go ahead, email me, and I'm gonna give you the rundown on everything. But like I said, first you need to watch that video on how to start a box truck business, and it'll explain everything we're talking about right now. It'll explain everything, man. Electronic logging device helps mandate your hours of service to make sure you're compliant, because you only get a 14-hour shift, 11 hours of drive time, 8 hours straight driving without a 30-minute. You have to take a 30-minute break after 8 hours of driving. Hours of service, how long you can drive a day, 11 hours. Yeah. See, he answering all your questions. I ain't even got to be here, y'all. I ain't even got to be here. Who all in here, man? We got 54 people in here, man. Let me check the lights real quick. Y'all like up the video, man. I'm going to bed. Not for real, though. Hit that like button. A lot of people not getting a notification that I'm live, so hitting the like button just going to bring more awareness. Okay, thanks, man. I'll email you. Appreciate it, man. Hit me up. I'm gonna help you out, dog. Do you need to have your authority? No, you don't. You can I know truck stop you do. DAT load board, I don't think you do. Especially the free trial, I don't think you need one. I have to check that again, because you got to think a lot of dispatch companies use load boards. So, yes, sir. Free 30 days, man. Better check it out before I expire the link, because I know you ain't hit the like button. Where my people at, man? Ain't no way 50 people in here sleep. I got probably like 5 people interacting, man. Now, I know other people were interacting earlier, but where y'all at? Wake up. Wake up. Okay, we got some new games. Okay. I'm trying to eat like you, bro. Once I start school in October in Statesboro. Wait, you going to Georgia Southern? Wait, you talking about CDL school? I was going to say my sister go to Georgia Southern. What do you think you meant, baby? Oh, you watching your video? What's your thoughts on new versus used truck? Watch out for the mileage and the price. So let's talk about it, man. If you're financing new, I agree. Well, I agree to an extent, because I got a used and I got a new. But the used truck, everything is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. So I think if you're looking for a used truck, though, especially for box trucks, try to stay under 200,000 miles. And if you're looking for a used dually, try to stay on about the same thing. I try to stay on 100,000. I got my red dually at 102,000. So let me show you real quick. Let me show you where these box trucks coming from on the same website. Sorry for everybody that's been watching and seen this already. I'm just trying to help them out. Let's see. Where's Penske? So with the requirements that I was saying, look at this truck right here, 2016 Hino. And this ain't even really just a regular straight box. It look like he got some, like the one at I forgot what they call it, a Contesta. The ones, the flatbeds that can use their truck as a drive in with the tarps. I think it's a contest. I think it's called a Contesta or something like that. That's not even a regular one, but just look at the price. 315,000 miles. On a truck you probably gonna get 600 to 700,000 miles out of for $63,000. So, and if you're doing 100,000 miles in a year, you know, you're gonna have to finance this within the life of that. Then this is a good, that's the same thing got going on right there. It's hard to find them. That's one right there, but the clearance on this one was low. Almost 400,000 miles, $51,000, y'all. So just like I said, be careful. Oh, my bad, y'all. I got a lot going on. Look, man, on the load board too. Oh, let me get back on here. Put this right here. Bro, I really appreciate all the info from you and Jayon. Hey, man, no problem, man. Like I said, man, matter of fact, if y'all look up, I think I got a video, like old video on my channel on how to use the ELD. I think you should just go check it out, man. Y'all need to check that out. Select this load board, and is it good? I know they want 5 trucks usually. I know it's a way of getting around it. I just don't know. I know a lot of people with it. But I hear it's not as worth it for some people. Now in the Midwest, I hear it's popping. But for $500 a month, y'all, I don't see no low. If you add on another load board to that and you spending like $600, $700 in load board fees, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I'm hoping to finance a 40K box. That's what's up, man. That's not too bad. How many miles is on that thing? For real though. Ain't no rust on that bad boy, is it? Like I want to dodge around to you, man. That ain't wise. That man trying to get a hot shot. Man. TRX. Like, sorry, where can I look for purchasing a box truck? Sorry if this So a lot of people look on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and like I said, Facebook, man, y'all think Penske prices are up there. I seen somebody selling the truck. Now, keep in mind, it had a little like a quad cab type of thing. It wasn't even a DOT certified sleeper, and they were selling this used truck with like 300,000 miles for like I think $90-some thousand. So people trying to get them off their hands, but they, like I said, they want top dollar for them trucks, y'all. I sent you an email for dispatcher and didn't hear back. Send me another one. Like I said, I probably try to remember they're all sold out. Like I said, I probably just haven't had time to get back to my emails, or if I seen it, I probably swiped it up and didn't really read it. Especially the loan. Like I get, if one of y'all in here now, I'm sorry, but I get some emails out that are literally essays, and I always tell them. That's why I tell y'all, like, I love when y'all come to the live stream so I can actually interact with y'all. Because I just say, thank you. And I try to get back to as many as I can. But, sometimes I'm getting, at least 5 to 10 a day. And they're all very long, very specific, very personal. And that's why I offer the consultations. Now, for this is just dispatcher information. If you look in my description boxes, it should be a contact at AF Dispatch, and I don't run that email, so you should try hitting them up. But my bad if you send it to Entre Mike YT, my bad. I need to do non-CDL setup. That's a good starting point. How long do you want your trailer to be though, man? I advise y'all, no matter how long it takes, try to get that 40-foot, man. That 40-foot. When do you plan on getting your CDL? No later than February. I really wanna go ahead and knock it off in January, but at this point it's December. So time is just creeping up. I just keep saying I'm gonna get my CDL. I gotta have my capital in place to do that though. So I know for a fact I'm gonna get the CLP though. Oh. Yeah, that's on duty. Anytime your truck ain't moving and you're not off duty for like, I guess break, yeah, you just gonna be on duty. And if you got your ELD set up correctly, as soon as you exceed probably about 10 to 15 miles an hour, it's gonna come on as driving. Like you can't edit how much drive time you're doing if it's on there correctly. Like if it's green, basically. Anyone look for used truck? Paperwork. Hey man, how much you selling it for? How much you selling it for? Yeah, they can't guarantee it. And it really depends on where you are too, like where you're from, where you're willing to travel. I got all these people in here, man. Like I said, I need y'all to like I think a lot of y'all driving. I need all of y'all to like right now. Y'all ain't gotta share and drop a comment. Let me know where y'all at. Let me know what y'all doing. And like I said, let's get you like something. Let's get some interaction going, man. There's too many people in here to be chilling. I need to type a question or something. Don't be afraid. There are no wrong questions, no wrong answers. Well, I ain't gonna say no wrong answers. Most definitely some wrong answers. Hey, what's up? What's your take on starting out with a one-car hauler? I don't think it'll be worth it. It's people who do it, unless even if you got somebody dedicated, I don't think they pay that good on one car to satisfy your needs. I think for it to make any type of sense, probably a 3 or 4 car hauler to start. I think 3-car hauler though, because on average I'm seeing people getting paid like 50 cents a mile to do it. Because I watch a lot of not too many. I think Load Miles are probably one of the biggest guys I watch that does a little car hauling, but they don't pay too good for car hauling for you to get a 1-car hauler. Please tell these people person you cannot sleep in a box truck. Hey, that's what they doing though. That's what they doing. That's why I'm in the hotel too. Yeah, see, that's what's up, man. If you want to see real money book loads the day off, yes sir. It has a good lens, so I'm making an offer. Okay, man, trying to get some money right now. Oh man, I gotta plug this laptop in. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta plug up. All right, I'm back, y'all. Y'all can hear me? I had to put in my charger. Everybody probably left out, man. My bad, y'all. What would a medical truck for? Can you rephrase that question for me? About to hit the tables. Somebody, you can't find a load or something? What's going on? No, you don't have to go on sleeper berth. You just need to go off duty. Once you go off duty for 10 hours, it's going to reset for your full day to drive. So go off duty as soon as you get to the hotel. Over here checking if I went off duty. Yeah. Let me see if he says something. So the guy. Well, you know about dry van. I don't know much about dry vans, man. I don't know much about dry vans, but I know if I was to get into semi game, it'd probably be with a flatbed or a step deck. And if not that, probably a reefer just because of the money. But I can't sit here and tell you I know everything about it though. So that's something that this channel will probably gravitate towards too in the next year and a half on a short term goal. Okay, that's what's up, man. Okay, that's Statesboro, Georgia. Is Georgia Southern even in? I think it is in Statesboro. Yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do. What ELD do you use? I use Keep Trucking. I'm driving. My bad. I'm here though, and I like the vid. Yes, sir. Be safe, man. And you're getting a little late, man. When you went on duty now, getting a little late to still be driving, bro. Getting a little late. Might be time for you to put it in park. What type of truck do you need a medical card for? So you don't need a drug test, but you do need a medical card for any truck you're gonna drive commercially for hire too. I think if you're crossing state lines, I think even for, if I'm not mistaken, let me not say that. You may not need it for cargo vans. But I know for a fact for 26, like any of these non-CDL trucking industries you're trying to get into, you're probably gonna need it. Now for cargo vans, maybe not. Maybe not. Yes, sir. There's money out here, man. No, sir. Not me. Not just yet, man. Hey, that's a good question, man. I always wondered if it's a lot of power only work right now, especially on like the coast. But I know a guy, like I said, I met out in Kansas that do power only. He said he make it work for him. So Yes, sir. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. Money would never talk about the paperwork. The paperwork is needed, like, for you to get paid and for you to accept the load. Yeah, you talking about like a rate confirmation. That's when you accept the load and the bill of lading that you talking about the bill of lading that you get is proof of that you picked up, and once you get it signed, it's your proof of delivery. It's not really too much to it as far as the paperwork, but I guess I can make a video on how to factor a load, because like I said, a lot of people don't know like the real insides. And once you finally done creating the business, and once you over the like day one over the road, all right, I finally picked up my first load. What do I do? What paperwork I need? What do I need to get signed? Do I need to get it signed? So I understand your frustration about that, man. Well, I'll try to do a better job at showing my experience. Let's see. Yes, you do need a DOT medical. Yeah, you do. You're gonna need an MC authority. So when you crossing state lines with commercially, you're gonna need a DOT medical card. That's very true. Oh, originally from Knoxville, Tennessee, now living in Denver, Colorado. Could you speak on the rate differences in the region? Knoxville, Tennessee, I can just say would have probably been a better place for hot shot box for every lane. Just because Denver, Colorado, and where it's located, it's not really much freight out there. It's not much commerce out there. It's not much of anything besides Denver, Colorado. So I could just say the rate is not going to be much freight for you. Like it's kind of, I want to say it's kind of, we always pick on Florida, but Colorado may just be worse than Florida. I think I don't want to say that. It's less, it's so, you kind of got to look at the trucking industry sometimes, kind of like the stock market. I used to be in the stocks a lot too. So places where there are more volume, there'll be more freight. Where there's more people and commerce, there'll be more freight. Where there's a higher cost of living, there'll probably more likely be more freight coming in and out. So in Denver, it's kind of like asking the difference between like a Tesla stock and Ford. You know what I mean? Like Ford is actually doing better now though. So I can't even really say that. So, but like I said, you kind of got to look at volume. Look at the population where you are. Like look at. I say all that to say it's just not too much freight coming out of Denver. It's not too much freight coming out, but it will always be a low for you to go back home. It'll always be a low. That's how I kind of look at it, man. How do y'all feel about that? Anybody who does any dispatching or have booked any loads around Knoxville, Tennessee area? And then if you ever went to Denver, Colorado, what was it like in your experience getting a load out of there? But like I said, try to look into that. I kind of relate a lot of trucking to the stock market because at some point everybody was making so much money in investing in 2020, especially when everybody got PPP loans. They were just starting barbershops and this and that and businesses. And a lot of people, like even me, I didn't get any PPP loan, but I invested all of my savings into stock in it, and everybody was making money. And I kind of see like the same thing happening with trucking, even the same terms like fear of missing out. So I see a lot of people just fearing that they'll miss out on getting into the trucking industry, so they'll do really literally anything to get in, whether that's taking like a really high rental rate and insurance rate, or even financing a truck with a 20% down payment and a 30% interest rate. Like people are doing some crazy things to get into the industry because of the fear of missing out, when it's literally ain't going anywhere. It can't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. So people kind of got to be patient and really look at I'm going to be bringing more of the nitty gritty and what we're really doing on a daily basis. It's not. It's chill. It's a chill job. You got, like I said, I just think of it as a job where you got freedom, but you have so many responsibilities, and that's when it gets real. You know what I mean? Check that credit rating before calling. Yes, sir. You don't have to do that. Please make a video on how to factor a load. After I deliver a load and I get the paperwork, what do? It's gonna be pretty simple, man. Whether you're using RTS or OTR, you just go in. If you just gonna scan a picture of your bill of lading once they signed it at the receivers, and you take your same rate card that you're gonna have in your email. You type in what the rate was for, from which brokerage, and you send it. That's really it. Now, it's going to take a long time for them to process your first load. It's going to take up to about 2 to 3 weeks, but after that, everything comes either the same day or next day. Thank you. Yes, sir. I can dig it. I appreciate it, man. Show you how to do it. But it also depends on your factoring company handles it. Yeah, that is true. OTR is way more strict. It's easy to submit invoice on app and upload shipping documents. It's pretty easy, bro. Does it matter gas or diesel when it comes to a 26-foot box truck? I'm looking to a Ford 6. Is that a dark hot truck? I would for sure go diesel though. If you're gonna look into getting into this freight and this industry and hauling heavy freight, I would for sure go diesel. FOMO, yes sir. The fear of missing out is literally what's killing people right now. They just I'm tired of my 9 to 5. I really want to get out of this. I need to get a truck. And that's what they're doing, man. Because of people like me. And I'm just playing. I hope I do a good job at keeping it real and not like sugarcoating and making it seem like a dream. From day one, I've been telling you guys it's a hustle, and not a lot of people are willing to do what I'm willing to do, or what some other content creators do, what Dad Boy Robin is willing to do, what Joshua Young is willing to do. Getting out here and staying like over the road. However you decide to stay over the road, how you run your business and how I run my business may not work for you. The money I'm taking home, the money you want to take home may not equate to each other. But I solely wouldn't base should you get into this game due to somebody making good numbers for a week or two out of the month. You know what I'm saying? Because I showed you guys weeks making $6,900, and I've also showed you guys weeks making $4,000 on a gross scale. You know, and I always tell you guys, you probably typically only gonna take 50% of the gross, 40 to 50% of the gross. So take that with a grain of salt. BOL driving, saying everything, so there's no issue, so I can keep driving. Yeah, gas is cheaper, but you want to go diesel, man. Diesel don't burn. I don't think it will go anywhere, but I can see stricter regulations since so many people are getting into the game. I can agree, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I think what people like, they're responsible people who didn't need CDL classes in order to know how to learn how to do things. Like I knew a lot of people in the industry already, and I wasn't afraid to learn. I kind of jumped out. I tried to soak up as much information as I could, and I'm still learning to this day. Like last month or whenever I took that load that was 10 feet high, I changed the load my way. A dude who was doing flatbed came up to me and said, "Hey, young man, how you doing? Hey, I know you thinking that's gonna stay that way, but I'm gonna just tell you right now, that load gonna shift if you take it like that all the way to North Carolina. If you got a big head and you feel like you can't learn nothing, you ain't gonna make it in this game. You know what I'm saying? Information is very knowledgeable. not, oh my God, information is very valuable. And a lot of these flatbedders, like I said, out here, or professional truck drivers in general, they're all about safety. Because they got to think about the people on the road before they think about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I always thought diesel was cheaper. DOT loan offering 15 average size. Big difference. Offer was 1900. And see, that's because the DTA average doesn't factor in the rates for straight boxes or like hot shot. They do van, reefer, and flatbed. So if I show you again, the national trend line data is not for like smaller carriers. It's for the the big trucks. So still 6,000, 1,900. If they was paying 6,000 for a full truckload, you think they at least pay you 3,000 for yours being half the size. So yeah. But I just say that to say you're not gonna really be able to use the 15-day average or 30-day average on DAT because it doesn't correctly represent what the freight is moving for your equipment, is what I'll say. Just open up into getting your Class A and not staying on CDL. That's my biggest advice. Do more research and preparing for the freight you're gonna be taking, because not every load is gonna be 20, 30 foot long load that's 2 feet high. You might be taking a dumpster trailer that's 10 feet high. You might be taking a freaking tank that's 8 feet high, or it's a lot of big stuff you're gonna be taking, is what I'm saying. You might be taking some 8-foot generators. You might have to tarp something that's 8 feet tall. And start looking up the expenses and equipment. I just broke a strap. Well, one of my straps broke off. One of my 2-inch ratchet straps broke off today. No, not today. Last night when I was on the interstate. So taking them out, I've already changed 2 straps on my trailer, and I just, I ain't been doing hot shot for no longer than about 4 months. So just look at how expensive the equipment's gonna be, because it's gonna be expensive getting in and staying in. That's all I wanted to say. It's all about how you run your business. What's good numbers to bring home after your overhead? For me, let's say if I run for 3 weeks, I shouldn't bring home nothing less than 5,000 to 7,000. That's my opinion, though. That's with the way I'm willing to operate. And I'm trying to just gross around, 4,000 to 5,000 gross a week, and taking home around half of that. That's my plan. But you're gonna be paying for your expenses as you're going. So, next week, I'm gonna go ahead and pay my insurance a little early. I always pay my insurance a week to 2 weeks in advance, just so I can stay ahead. You want to get that comments, man. And they say stay away from max force. That's what I see a lot of people say stay away from. And usually those will be international trucks. Freightliners will usually be Cummins. You won't really see too many Kentworth box trucks. They're really Cummins. Dollar amount, not percent. Okay, yeah, I told you. But like I said, you say dollar amount, not percent, but that percent, like I said, that gross is gonna be off of what you do. You know what I mean? And if you can kind of put in your mindset, I'm gonna make this much gross a week, you can kind of take the percentage and how you run business. But I'm gonna have a video dropping on that soon too. I just haven't had time. I got a video dropping tomorrow. It's more of a vlog type video, more informational. Like I said, I had a load shift. About 2 inches off my trailer. I was still able to safely get it delivered there. And thankfully I was only like 10 miles away in the morning anyways, but I'm gonna have that video dropping. I'm gonna make a video about cost per mile, some things that can affect you when starting the trucking industry, and like other fun information that I think people need to look into when starting. Everything is percentage when it comes to business profit and loss. Yeah, that's what I was trying to basically say. I didn't even read this comment yet. I know you kind of want to just hear how much you can make, but what I make and my expenses won't really, reflect on what you do in your business. Having too many speeding tickets stop you from getting your CDL. Yeah, I heard having too many speeding tickets, texting and driving, and DUIs. I don't think they stop you. I think it pushes back how long you can go back and take it, basically. Fuel insurance, trucking, hotels, what to say? Yeah. Pay a driver. Someone I have class CDL, class B. What do you think? Can't wear a Peterbilt. You gonna rarely find a Peterbilt box truck, but I say if you gonna get a kit, I say Kentworth. Kentworth box truck look badass. Now if you get a semi, if you get a big boy, Peterbilt. I don't know. Let me see. So how do those numbers change if I hire a driver? What percentage? A lot of people say 25% gross, but just like Joshua said in the comment, some people do 40 to 50 cents a mile. You got to kind of break down your cost per mile and see what you feel like your equipment can run for. And because if your cost per mile comes to $1.20, you feel like freight gonna run, and you can keep your truck moving for $2 a mile, and you can pay that driver another 50 cents a mile, and you got 30 cents for profit. So you kind of got to look at the truck. Now you're gonna look at it as a passive thing, and you're still working, or are you all in? If you all in, I don't think it's smart to come into trucking with just a passive approach. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some money actively coming into your business too, besides just relying on the driver, in my opinion. Because the money you making in non-CDL ain't really, to me, big enough for you to be passive and have a driver just to start. Like if that's all you betting on is just a box truck running over the road to make your money for the month for your personal bills, I don't see that happening. It can happen. People, huh? Well, yeah, if you got multiple trucks, that's what I'm saying. But most people are getting in with one truck. Hell no. But people with like a fleet of 3 to 5, and that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I'm not trying to knock anybody's dream. People can do it. I would say a weekly salary, but driver has to do OTR. I wouldn't even do a weekly salary, man. Unless you got capital built into your business. I feel like every aspect of trucking is commission based. There are some variables that don't change. Well, even fuel changes. So let's say like dispatchers. There are some people who dispatch for 8%, and there are some people who do 10%. Factoring. There's some factoring companies that do 1.9%. There's people who do 3%. I just don't see a truck driver being any different. I think he should get paid depending on the work that he takes. I think I'll probably give my driver more options on where he want to go. But if you force your driver where he needs to go, how much he needs to drive, then yeah, I agree. I think a salary would be smarter, like W-2 route. But if you're gonna be kind of like, I think with my driver, I'm gonna be more lenient and knowing he's gonna be a owner operator at some point. And that's what I want to hire. I don't want to hire a regular driver who want to drive for me forever. I want a future owner operator, maybe somebody who want to get their skin in the game for 3 to 6 months, hustle, get their capital up, and then start their own rig. So I don't know. That's always gonna be the biggest debate. But I'm still thinking commission wise until you can build business capital to where it won't matter. So if you got $50,000 in the bank for one driver, Paying him what, $1,200 a week probably wouldn't be so bad if he making money. All right, let's say, would I still profit 20%? 23%. I have a driver with a percentage drop. It all depends on your cost to operate, is what I'm saying. Once you figure out your cost to operate your truck, meaning you take all your expenses, divide them up by 12, and use 100,000 miles. I'm gonna just make a video on cost per mile. Man, I've been over here over 2 hours. I might have to get over here, man. Get off of here soon, y'all. Man, it's been good talking to y'all, though, man. This is good. If anybody's brand new and asking questions, like I said, I see a lot of new names. Y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I will be doing more live streams. If you guys feel like you need more individual help, I do offer consultations. So if you guys want a consultation, $50, email me and we can get something popping. But for right now, I got 10 more minutes. I'm gonna stay on here. I think 2.5 hours is not overkill, but I got 60 people in here. Nobody hitting the like button. Nobody saying, just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna probably just have a live stream this Saturday for the next video. It's gonna be more, like I said, I got a vlog coming, just showing more of the real day-to-day owner operator struggles, man. Like I said, especially with hot shot. I'm hitting the dislike going forward. Quit hating. Dude, it ain't no hate. It ain't spitting nothing but facts. Cause like I said, Texas right now, I just can't bunk with it. It's probably my last time coming to your state for a minute. Unless it's around this season. I might be back pretty soon. I might be back pretty soon, man. Okay, can I still get my CDL if I have a Georgia serious commercial disqualification? God darn, what the hell you were doing, dog? What you were doing, man? Kill 'em, hack my email. Let me see. How did you learn low securement? Let me get you real quick. Mail.com. This is my email right here for anybody that want a consultation, and so we can talk more. We can talk for an hour on what you think like you need to do personally. Probably not tonight. I know a lot of people like to do consultations like right after they see like, oh, he got consultation. I'm gonna book one for the next hour. I might be busy when you book it. But for sure we can set something up, maybe talk this weekend. And y'all just let me know if y'all need that extra help. We can break it down. We can take all the numbers to get your cost per mile. We can look at the load board rates and check out if freight, like old buddy in Denver, Colorado, we can check out what type of freight coming out for you for Amazon, DAT, truck stop, what type of market lane, what type of lanes you need to be running in your market and everything, man. Yeah, I need a consultation, man. You good, man. You on the road right now. If you want one for real, man, go ahead, pop it with me, Josh. I need to get you as a moderator, man. If you're going to pop up and hate all the time, I might as well get you right. I'm wondering if hot shot reefer is a thing. You need a consultation, my friend. So what I need you to do, you see that link down below that say Entre Mike Watts, just hit it real quick, copy, paste it into your, you know how you got to compose an email, make a new email, say, and hit me up. A hot shot reefer. Hold on, I'm probably not singing that name before. Tony Montana, you trolling me, bro? Please tell me you trolling me. Please tell me you trolling me. I ain't heard that one before, dog. A hot shot reefer. Man, call the broker with that if you want to. TQL might book your like they might book you. That's the crazy thing. You call TQL. So he called TQL with a 40-foot hot shot, and Brad asked him what type of equipment you got. 40-foot hot shot. He might book it. He might book it. I know he ain't serious though. That's it is. Hey man, good luck, man. I'm not too sure. I haven't looked too much into it, but good luck, man. It's the restricted people for me. LOL, don't want to go nowhere. She said dispatching hot shot like dispatching the box truck. Hey, you gotta think the box trucks are the new people, man. It ain't like dispatching semis where you got seasoned people who know the game and know what they need to have their equipment. So, that's how you kind of got to look at it. And that's why I say it's not going to be for everybody. Just like dispatching. Dispatching is a very, I feel like, simple and clear-cut job, but everybody ain't meant to be a dispatcher. Everybody ain't dedicated enough to take their time out the day to dispatch for them stingy carriers sometimes. So it all depends. Yeah, he can't be serious, bro. I think he's just trolling. Thanks for the info, bro. Keep up the great work. Yes, sir, man. I'm a cool cat, just trying to live. I have 4 children, bro. I feel you. Hey, with a hot shot reefer, you're going to be living large. You're going to be living very large. Nah, seriously, man. I say looking into getting a hot shot and drive it and soon investing into a semi with the reefer like you were trying to say. So I think that's the goal. Getting with the big boys. When are you getting your Class A, my boy? When you getting yours? I'm gonna get mine when you get yours. Nah, for real. I'm gonna try my best to get them in January. I'm gonna try. I'm being funny. I'm on about 4K right now. 7K this week once I drop Friday morning in Houston. That's what's up, man. You living a dream. I'm not coming back to Houston. I'll probably be here next week. Knowing the lanes out of Georgia, boy, I'll probably be back. Either that or I'm going to be in Miami. I got to go where the miles make sense, and I got to get a little bit of a rate. No, I haven't. Once I get into this information, though, I will be dropping more knowledge on that. I say just save as much of your money as you can. I got almost 2 years running hunter operation. That's what's up. Oh, you already got yours? That's what's up, man. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Yes, sir. All right. Pull up, man. But, all right, y'all folks, man. I'm about to go ahead and end the live. Like I said, anybody who needed a consultation, hit me up in the email. Other than that, have a good night. I don't know, the next time I'll be making a live stream. Either whenever I can get Jabril on here or Timothy Williams Jr. I know he got a YouTube channel. Probably with him or Daniel with insurance. So y'all just stay tuned. The best thing y'all could do is probably hit the notification bell. I will probably have a set day out of the week that I'm going to start going live more often so I can interact with all the new subscribers and people who still been here since day one. But like I said, it's going to be hard to hit me for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So until I get something figured out, just turn on the notification bell and stay tuned. Yes, sir. You be blessed too, man. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. The Lord, I can't even get that out. Peace.